So there have been some huge changes to Krunker in the past few months alone, and they've been coming almost too quickly for me to keep track of. For example, back in June we had Krunk script. You can add scripts to your maps now, and the amount of things that you can do with this and all the possibilities that are opened up are insane, alright? A perfect example is Space Sim, which is being held by Octodule, 7FI, and crew. The devlogs for that game are showing some really crazy stuff that I never thought would be possible in the Krunker Editor. Then of course, Season 5 just dropped, after an entire year of hype. And that brings many things to the table, like the ability to craft contrabands, and all these new skins, and challenges, and the launch of Face It Alpha, party modes, and of course the new raid map Tortuga, which everyone especially seems to love. Except for me, cause I don't like raid maps. And all these updates are really cool, and they're coming so quickly that, again, I'm starting to get lost, alright? I'm starting to get overwhelmed. But none of these updates come anywhere remotely close to this new update that just happened yesterday. Alright, this right here, this new thing, this new feature, this new bug fix, or whatever you want to call it, is the absolute greatest update that Krunker has ever had. I've been waiting for this since the very beginning of my time in Krunker, and it's every bit as glorious as you can imagine. Alright, so seriously, you need to see this. Look. You can now rotate collidable objects, and the collisions rotate with them. One of the most bizarre, annoying, and frankly laughable quirks of the Krunker Editor was, for the longest time, when you rotated any collidable objects, like say a cube, the visible part of the object rotates, but the collision, it doesn't rotate with it, alright? It remains facing the same direction. So you have what looks like a bridge that you'd think you'd be able to walk on, but because you rotated it, you would fall right through it when you tried to test it. So what you had to do was, instead of rotating these objects, you had to scale them. Like, scale them by hand, every single one of them, until everything fit in nicely. And it made the map making workflow unnecessarily unintuitive and annoying, right? Even with the band-aid solution of having the F key switch the X and Y values for the scale. And if you had any walls or bridges that were on a non-90 degree angle, just forget it, alright? You had to employ these ridiculously expensive and time-consuming workarounds just to get it to work, and it would turn out super janky, and the object count would go from like 1 or 2 cubes to like 100. Whereas now, with this new update, you can check this new complex collisions options, go swoop, swoop, rotate it, and now you can walk on it as intended. Well, sort of. Yeah, this feature is still a work in progress, so it's kind of buggy, like it doesn't handle momentum properly, and it feels floaty and weird, and rotating it on a slope makes you slide down ever so slightly, and the slide mechanic has been disabled on them. So I won't recommend fully investing in complex collisions just yet, but it's a good start. I mean, look at it. Rotated collidable objects are finally fixed in Krunker, something that literally every other 3D game editor has done right. Krunker has finally at least made progress on, and it's absolutely glorious. Alright, that's the video.